This is 6th grade math, chapter 10 review, part 2. Okay, let's do one more area problem. This one is the area of a triangle. Now again, I'm going to ask you to imagine something in your mind's eye. What I want you to see is that this piece that I drew in here matches up perfectly with this piece right here, and this piece that I drew in right here matches up perfectly with that piece. So the green area that I added doubles this original triangle. And the point of my telling you that is that the area of this rectangle would be 12 times 7 for that entire rectangle right here. And this red piece inside here is half of that. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 of the area of the related rectangle. So the formula for the area of a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. So we plug in what we know. We do not know the area. So we bring that down, we bring down the 1/2, and then the base is right here. A lot of times it'll be on the bottom, but it can be on the top. The base is 12, and the height again is this perpendicular, this line that is perpendicular to the base, times 7.1. So you just put that in your calculator, multiply 1/2 times 12 times 7.1. And that equals 42.6. And then we use meters, but because it is area, we use square meters. One of the most difficult things in this chapter is remembering that when you are dealing with a triangle, you must include that 1/2. That is the most common error for getting the half. Okay, the next section is on finding the area of what we call composite figures. They're not simple things like rectangles, parallelograms, and triangles. These drawings are combinations of those things. So what you have to do is divide them into pieces that you know how to find the area of. So what I'm seeing here is a square and a triangle. Don't let that dashed line make you think that you're dividing that into two triangles. The dashed line is simply telling you the height of this one green triangle. So we're going to find the area of the square, and we're going to find the area of the triangle. For the square, it's another form of a rectangle, so it's area equals length times width. Area equals 12 times 12. Area equals 144. I'll add my units when I'm all done. So the area of the square is 144. Then we've got this triangle to deal with. For a triangle, the area is 1/2 base times height. Bring down the A equals, bring down the 1/2. Then the base in this case is right here, and that distance is 12, and you know that because this distance is 12. And the height of this triangle is this distance right here, which they've got labeled as 8 feet. Then just put this in your calculator, 1/2 times 12 times 8, and that should equal 48. So the area of the triangle is 48. So we've got 144 for the square and 48 for the triangle. So of course we need to add those together. So 144 plus 48 gives us 192, and we'll keep our units, which are feet, and because it is area, we will put square feet. So our final answer is 192 square feet. Okay, number 8 is our next composite figure. And hopefully you can see that there's one large rectangle and one small rectangle. For a rectangle, area equals length times width. So we've got our 40 here times our 18 here, and that's going to equal 720 for this big rectangle. Now we have to deal with this little rectangle. It's still area equals length times width, and we've got 10 here, and we've got 3 here. See how they're telling us right there that that's 3. So it's 10 times 3, and that equals 30. So we've got 30 and 720, and so you have to add those up. 30 plus 720 equals 750. Keep your centimeters, but because it is area, it's square centimeters. Okay, number 9 might look a little more complicated to you. You might have trouble figuring out how to divide it up, but remember that the dashed line is always showing you the height of either a parallelogram or a triangle. And in this case, it is the height of a parallelogram. So we've got 2 shapes that we know how to find the area of: a parallelogram and a triangle. So parallelogram, area equals base times height, area equals 25 times 10, area equals 250. So we've got that piece done. And then for the triangle, the formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2, this is our base, times 7 times this is our height, which is 24. And honestly, it doesn't matter which one's the base and which one's the height, because you're just going to multiply them all together and you'll get the same answer no matter which order you have it in. So then you throw that in your calculator, and that equals 84. So our 2 pieces are 250 and 84. We're going to add those 2 up to get an answer of 334. We'll keep our centimeters, but because it's area, it will be square centimeters.